Good evening. Hello. Everyone can hear me, right? Okay. Yes, so thank you, and thanks for staying back for the last talk. So I am one of several of us who are representing the DDO subcommittee that has been in charge of coordinating activities since we have now resumed our activities back at the Observatory up in Richmond Hill. So who is the committee? There's me, Bhairavi. Ian, who's right now in Collingwood. Chris Vaughan. Blake was here. Oh, right outside. Okay. Eric Briggs. It's right there. Arnold. And we have Denise over here as well. So for those who may not have heard us when we presented last year, we essentially got into a contract with the town of Richmond Hill to provide astronomy programming to the general public. That contract got official in early spring or mid-spring. And since then, this table right here is showing us a range of activities that we have run while on site, including several weekend programs that were either a family night series or a lecture night series. And then we had a few that were commemorating special events such as the Mars Opposition and so on and so forth. And in that, we had a lot of interest and a lot of our own members come out and support us in various ways. And we've been enjoying running these programs on site. This was, those were pictures from our grand opening. We do have the Skylab up on the second floor. For those who have not visited the DDO, I'd highly encourage you to come out and join us at our events. Perhaps volunteer, but we'll get back to that later on. But we have this room that we call the Skylab room, where we run stellarium presentations, and it has been a really nice, popular spot for our visitors when they get to see the night sky on a huge wall. And that's thanks to Chris and Blake for setting that up. So as I mentioned, we've had a range of events, and okay, yes, this is showing the same picture. There are a few that were from family nights, and then there were a few from our paint night that we ran. So during our family nights, it was a great way for the public to come and meet out with our members and get to chat a little more about telescopes, what to observe, how to observe, and really they were also, many in the public had not known that there was an observatory in Richmond Hill, or it had that style of architecture, and so on and so forth. So for many, it was really a very interesting perspective, and realizing that it was down the road from Toronto. This is an example of our lecture night series. Pretty much through all the events that we had offered, we were pretty much sold out very quickly, to the point that many were like, when's the next event? And we're like, stay tuned. So these are just a summary of the speakers that we had invited and the range in topics that they had covered through several lecture night events. So do want to call out a shout out, give a huge shout out to all our volunteers who have helped us through all of 2018. We have, in the process of running these general astronomy programming, have also now added a different aspect to it, namely fielding general requests that come into the town. So the town has been getting nonstop requests, and basically each of the program partners will take sort of lead in running those bookings. So already in 2018, for each of these months, we had quite a number of requests, and that's only growing so far. This is where we took a break for the winter, but we are now, in that time, the committee had to come up with, well, what are dates that we want to offer in this year, and the schedule is sort of also starting to get filled up in that way. So we do now have spring and summer dates officially made public. I guess the town has created links where the public can go and sign up for these events. They are similar to last year in that we're still running family nights, we're still running lecture nights, but we're also offering 2 different types of new programs. We're offering NOVA for beginners. The only thing is that it's no longer called officially NOVA through the town's website. It's called Introduction to Astronomy. But there's one series that we're running for 6 classes, and then we're also offering 3 paint nights over the summer. And so those have been set, lecture nights, family nights, and then we're still getting these public requests from groups that want to visit us. So we already have 7 between now and June. We've covered a few already. So that's where I'll pass it over to Denise.
Thank you so much, Bhairavi. So I just wanted to call out for volunteers at this point. You guys have seen we've been very active last summer. We had so many great events that Bhairavi took us through. But we are a fun group of people who want to have more people added to our numbers. So we are looking for people to join in and fill in a number of roles. So if this interests you, please do get in touch with us. We need people to be hosts and greeters. These are folks who welcome the public to the observatory and help them find their way around. We need lawn telescope operators. So if you are interested in bringing your own scope, setting it up on the lawn, and sharing the night sky with the public, this is a fantastic opportunity to get involved in that way. We also need Skylab presenters, people who are familiar with Stellarium. I know there are a number of you out there tonight. You guys are more than welcome to join in and to share that amazing software with visitors to the site. Now, Bhairavi mentioned that we have some paint night events coming up. I know that we're all into astronomy, so we're more on the science side of things, but if you're an artist or you know an artist, we want to talk to you. we want to get not only the STEM side of things going, but the STEAM side. We're trying to integrate some of those arts elements into the programming at the observatory. So please join us, please send your artist friends our way. We also need lecturers and speakers for upcoming speaker nights. I think you're going to talk about some presenter training, is that right? Yeah. If you're interested in sharing your experiences, I mean, much in the way that some of you did tonight, thanks to our colleagues who presented earlier, then you are more than welcome, again, to get in touch with us. And finally, we do need some volunteer coordinators, people to help get the volunteers organized, make sure everybody's on the same page and knows where they're going. But there is, again, one last opportunity to volunteer. If you are interested in learning to operate the 74-inch telescope at the David Dunlap Observatory, you can do that. So this is, I think for some people that's a big draw to sort of learn how to operate that telescope, learn about its history, learning about its function, its mechanics, its engineering. It's a very amazing piece of equipment. So if you want to do that, we do have some opportunities. Chris is going to talk more about training on the scope a bit later. But these are some of the roles that you can fulfill as a volunteer at the DDO. Doesn't end there though. We have, as I said, lots of fun when we go out for these family nights and our events. We are a great crowd. We are friendly. There are perks to coming to join us. You will get an amazing t-shirt. It says volunteer on the back. You will get a name tag. It's lots of fun. So afterwards, we also tend to go out. We have some, our meetings after the meeting. We go out for beverages and food and have a good time. So this is a really great way to share your interest in astronomy, your enthusiasm for this science with a really broad range of people, all of whom come to the observatory very excited to be there, very excited to learn about the telescope and about the site and its history. So please do consider joining us. If you're interested, we have a bit.ly address up here. So bit.ly/ is that a 1 or an L? 2LCVZ2P. So you guys can go to that address to sign up. We have this great form that you can see on the right-hand side of the screen that says what roles are you interested in and what nights are you available. So that, I think, is being updated as our schedule of events gets updated. There are 24 events on there now. There will be more as the season goes on. So please do come out and join us. It'll be fantastic.
So I'll just add one last thing because Denise covered a lot of it. This is a Google form. So this link will take you to a Google form, and like she mentioned, we are constantly updating it with current dates. We will remove the old dates that have been completed, things like that. So it'll be a live active link. But at the same time, we will also ensure these dates kind of go out to our forum. So in case you've missed out on signing up this way, this is just an early preview for you to see we're having these events. So we definitely need a core group of volunteers to help us through each of these. But at the same time, we'll send out a call through our forum. And before I move on to telescope training specifics, I just wanted to add, we got word through the town of Richmond Hill. They had essentially submitted an application for the Parks and Recreation of Ontario's Award of Excellence. This was late last year, and then they got word that they won said award. And in doing so, this award is specific to the activities being run at the Observatory. So for that reason, the town has invited all program partners to come and accept with the town of Richmond Hill this award. So Ian and I will be going, that's happening tomorrow. So wanted to, again, congratulate all of our volunteers for helping us reach this point of being a recipient to this award. All right, over to Chris.
All right, thank you very much. So as you can tell, we're constantly in need of manpower and person power to help us run the observatory. We're literally sell out everything we do, so the more volunteers we have, the more events we can run. There's really no limit to how much we can grow. So I've been in charge of developing a team to operate the 74-inch telescope and lead tours inside the big dome. And we initially put out a call for interest of DDO RASC members who were interested in learning this process. And I took two separate pools of volunteers and did an orientation session. And the new operator orientation program was basically designed to scare away most people and leave the real cream of the crop. And the reason I say that is because it's basically a priceless resource. It's vintage 1935. There are very few safety safeguards against us destroying or damaging the telescope. So one really needs to know what they're doing. And so we're really looking for people with the right stuff to operate the telescope. Having said that, we've put an open call out for anybody that wants to come and sort of try out or at least get the information from us. And so we've got 32 candidates in an initial pool, which are learning to either operate the telescope hands-on, or perhaps a number of people have decided that they'd prefer not to actually run the telescope, but still lead the tours in the dome, learn about the history of the telescope, how it works, and so on, because we need both sorts of people. And when we're doing an event at the DDO in the dome, we do need 2 or 3 operators on hand at any given time so that we can have people trading off for washroom breaks and running and retrieving or groups of guests that come and go. So we also have another group of candidates that have expressed interest, and those 16 candidates who will go through my intro lesson. And then, as I said, we put 2 or 3 of the active trainees on each of our programs to sort of shadow a qualified operator and learn the ropes. I'd like to congratulate Denise and Blake Nancaro, who put in a lot of time last summer shadowing me and being in the dome Saturday night after Saturday night after Saturday night, and have on the verge of graduating into full operator status. So I really want to congratulate these two. One of the reasons why we limit the numbers of active trainees is because it's practice makes perfect. And so the more hours we can give an individual, the sooner that they'll become proficient at doing it. So that's why we're not sort of letting loads and loads and loads of people come forward. Once we graduate our current cohort, then we'll look at adding some new operators down the road. So thanks very much.
So, planning ahead, we certainly have our plates full with all the prep that goes into running these activities. But at the same time, we also want to catch up and, in fact, expand on what we do as a program partner at the DDO. So that includes, as per town's requirements, ensuring we have a lot of these checks and safety training completed. So Blake has been leading up the charge on getting those certificates sort of coordinated and ready on our side so that when town requires it, we can show them. So if for our current volunteer pool, if you haven't already heard from Blake or the town directly, please let us know, and then we will follow up. And certainly this applies also to new volunteers. As mentioned earlier, we have on that Google form link several spring dates. Our official spring programming starts up on April 11th, if that's a Saturday. And then we have others that are going well into the summer. And Chris mentioned about telescope training. We have here, we want to do a presenter training as well. And so we've put up 3 dates. We will send out a poll. If you already know this, if you're available on either of these dates, you can come and talk to me after this to let us know if any of these dates for presenter training work for you. If it does, if we get a majority, we would like to run that said training before we dive right into this year's programming. And as mentioned, we will be putting a call out for speaker invites as well. So, want to join us or continue helping us, please do send your questions or anything to our email address. This is our active email address for everything DDO specific that RASC leads. And as mentioned earlier, if you're aware of the dates that you're able to help us out, then please go to that link or follow us along on the form. So with that, I think we are wrapped up. So I want to say thank you for hearing us out.